welcome to episode 1 of the Emerald Web, the comic dedicated to bringing you discount comics every week. This week we're going to review 3 comics, one of which is, let's say, not a discount comic. But these 3 comics are the ones that you want to pick up this week. I know what you're thinking. Another comics blog? Really? Read the description before you say any of that, and then maybe we'll be cleared up. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. Anyway, here's my 3 comics for this week. First up, this bad boy right here. All Hail Megatron, issue number 2. If you missed the first one, basically, Megatron lands in New York and blows a lot of shit up. Issue 2 starts with Witwicky at well, it's a barbecue. I don't know whose barbecue it is, but it's a barbecue. And the military comes and says, "Sir, we need your help." He leaves, and then he gets in this scuffle with this government agent who's like, basically, you can't tell your troops what they're about to go see. To which he replies, "No. And if you say that you have clearance one more time, this guy over here is going to bash you in the face with his pistol." I'm not kidding. So he stops saying that, he goes forward and debriefs all his troops. The second he gets off of this military helicopter, though, he tells the guy to bash him in the face anyway. And he does. So he tells all of his troops, you know, there's giant robots blowing up New York City, and then they go to fight these guys. Let's say things don't go quite as planned. And oust that, Megatron then proceeds to blow up the Brooklyn Bridge and sends all the Constructicons in their built up form to go wreak all kinds of fucking havoc after that. Crazy. If you like Transformers, pick this one up. It's one of my books of the week. The next issue I'm going to bring you this week is Uncanny X-Men issue 501. This is following the big issue 500, which established the X-Men's new base in San Francisco after the fiasco in the X-Mansion. If you don't know anything about that, Wikipedia is your friend. Basically, nothing happens in this issue much like issue 500, except Pixie gets the royal shit kicked out of her. Okay, first of all, I don't know about these, super white guys that should be in the Ku Klux Klan roaming around San Francisco. Or was it Oakland? They weren't really clear on that. It might have been in Oakland, but nevertheless, these are super redneck guys that are screw you mutants. And they beat the shit out of her because she's a mutant. I don't know if that's really going to happen today, but regardless, that's what happens in the book. They go on doing a whole bunch of nothing throughout this issue. I'm going to be honest. There's a whole lot of nothing. Angel makes an appearance, flies out of his prototype car, whatever. They show up in their new base in San Francisco, and then Pixie walks in, bashed up to all hell, and I kid you not, this is what she says: "Guys, I got beat up pretty bad." Alright, she's got 2 black eyes, bleeding from all hell, her wings are broken, and she looks like she shouldn't be standing, much less walking all the way to the base. You got beat up? Really? We couldn't tell. Anyway, the only thing I really liked about this issue, and before I get into that, I gotta say this right now, I don't really like the way any of the X-Men comics have been going so far. I mean, I haven't been reading X-Force, but Cable, Uncanny X-Men, Young X-Men, Generation Next, what's that other one? Oh, Astonishing's not that, but none of these books are really blowing my skirt up, okay? None of these books are what I remember when I was reading X-Men before, because when I jump back on the boat now, I'm like, this is why I left in the first place. But I'm sticking with them for a while, you know, at least Uncanny X-Men, because it's the flagship title. And when Deadpool comes out next month, I'm definitely picking that up. Tom showing his approval. That's my tag, by the way. Cool. Brings you locations, brings you all this goodness. Right here in his room. hopefully we'll get out of his room at some point because, damn. But, barring that, other than, Uncanny, Deadpool next month, and what else am I reading? X-Men First Class. Those 3 books are the only books that are X-Men that I'm really looking forward to. But I went off on a huge tangent right there. I'm sorry about that. What I liked about X-Men, Uncanny X-Men issue 501, was that when Pixie walks in and she delivers that ridiculous line, Cyclops looks at her and he says something to the effect of, "What struck me wasn't the blood and gore of how badly she got beaten, it was the wings. How these beautiful gifts from God just got destroyed because of these ignorant rednecks. It's time to kick some ass." Cyclops is a douchebag. But I like that line. Cyclops is a douchebag, isn't he? Cyclops is a super douchebag. I really miss Xavier, even though he was a manipulative prick. And Emma Frost is even worse than Cyclops. I mean, Emma Frost, if she wasn't made out of diamonds, I would shoot her in the face. I hate Emma Frost. Okay, she can turn her body into diamonds, and she's a telepath. Why is she such a bitch? Granted, she's not an empath, but nevertheless, you would think someone like that wouldn't be such a bitch. Like, damn, I really, really, really hate Emma Frost. That's totally unrelated. Pick up Uncanny X-Men only if you like the X-Men, like, really like the X-Men. Like, you were going to pick this book up way before you saw this. Okay? Like, that's the only time you should pick this book up. But I recommend you go down to your shop and look at the scene I'm talking about, because when he's describing his emotions towards this event, it's not moving, it's not powerful, but it makes you think. That's all I'm going to say. So, it's your judgment call on that one, but I picked it up. So, my must-have of the week is Ninja Town Volume 1. If you don't know Ninja Town, it's about this wee ninja. That's his name, too. He's about Wee Ninja and his village of ninjas. They're surrounded on one side by Mount Furiyoshi, on the other side by a forest filled with the Wee Devils. Damn. As the book itself puts it, they're literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no text in this book except for the front cover, which tells you the story of Ninja Town. I mean, they don't say anything, but they don't need to. The storytelling through the images is so funny. I couldn't stop laughing the entire time I was reading this issue. It's $6.50, but it's worth every single penny. I would buy it again if I lost it and damaged it. It's that good. I read it 4 times in the first day. 4 times. Buy it. If you like comics, buy it. If you don't like comics, buy it. If you're on the wall, buy it. There's no reason you shouldn't read this book. None. I don't care if you hate ninjas and you like pirates. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Buy it. Pirates suck. Ninjas suck too, so it doesn't really matter. Pick up this book. It's worth it. So that's it. I should have the next issue up by... Yeah, I'm gonna bring issues to you. I'm just gonna send them right out to you. Give me your email addresses. They'll be online, or you can give me your snail mail address. I'll send them to you like that too. No. The next episode should be out on Friday. Hopefully there'll be some good books. I mean, I want to bring you 4 each week, but if I don't have that option because the books suck that week, I don't know, what am I going to do? I'll definitely bring you big books like Secret Invasion at least once. I'll probably cover the last issue of that one just because, it's such a huge event that I want to wrap the whole thing up in one shot. Other than that, you can leave me suggestions, books you want to see. I'll try and bring those to you if I can. And see you next week.